3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us under the library. We are an actual play Call of Cthulhu podcast, and we actually play with no editing or scripts. We create the story collaboratively and in the moment. Speaking of Call of Cthulhu, a few of us will be at Chaosium Con, April 14th through the 16th. We'll be speaking in seminars, running a workshop. Emily will be emceeing the podcasters panel. You can learn more about that event and get tickets at chaosium.com. With that, let's start a show. My name's Arthur. I'm playing Buddy. There are no Scott or Wayne tonight, so it is just myself, with Emily playing Colette, Rick as Sam. I think that's it. Then there's that other guy, Michael. He's a keeper. He runs the thing. He created the world we're playing in. Michael, the show's yours.
Hey, thanks, Art. Under the Library is a horror tabletop role-playing game set in the Call of Cthulhu universe, featuring horror and other unsettling imagery. We have mature themes played by immature people. Not safe for Scott is your signal. The following information will be graphic. If you're concerned, skip ahead, but stick with us. And if your index finger talks in a different voice than you, you're probably in the right place. And with that, Emily with last episode's recap.
Sure, Michael. In the front of the train, Buddy has just heard a disturbing wet pop, followed by frantic screams. He moves slowly towards the dining car, and he is intercepted by a stranger with an FBI badge. The man is Johnny Dante, and Buddy would know this name, although at the moment he's in shock and can't acknowledge him or recognize him. Johnny leaves Buddy behind to enter the bloody scene in the dining car. Further back in the train, Sam hears screams and moves towards the front to investigate, encountering a woman who is covered with blood. She's accompanied by another woman who seems to be helping her and speaks to Sam, introducing herself as Amanda. When Sam pushes for information and talks about a possible infectious disease, Amanda becomes protective of the woman with her and points her handgun at Sam. Now, in the other train that departed earlier, Sister B opens one of the two strange boxes she found. Inside, there is a body. She opens another box, another body, one male, one female, each missing their heads above their jaws. She connects the state of these bodies to the fate of her brother Richard. And as our session comes to a close, Buddy finally steels himself to enter the dining car, throws the book that Eddy had into a bucket, and lights it on fire.
All right, and Colette is back with us, and I think we got to get Colette. Well, we'll start with Colette's story. So, Colette, you're in the middle of a dream. Tell me about the dream.
Well, this is perhaps the first less horrible dream that Colette has had in a long time, but she's dreaming of another trip on another train before she arrived in almost arrived in Santa Fe, and is traveling across the country for the first time. And she feels a sense of hope, but somehow there is a darkness hanging over the dream that wasn't there when she really took that trip the first time. A sense of foreboding.
Right. Perfect. And as she's riding on that train, the train comes to a kind of a screeching halt, right? And she doesn't feel the train come to a screeching halt, but she hears the squeal of the steel against the track, the wheels against the track. And that sound in her dreams getting louder and louder, and then that the screaming of those wheels starts to sound like human voices. And you slowly start to kind of open your eyes, and it's quiet, but you're a little bit confused in your car whether that sound was in your dream or whether you maybe heard it in real life.
Ooh, I like that. But do I still hear screaming as I sit
No,
and blink my eyes and shake my head and
you
try to
you
focus?
don't right now. You might hear probably all you would hear is some pounding of feet occasionally, but you also had just been with little Amos as he ran around the train, and you're thinking maybe Amos is running around outside.
Well, the first thing I should do is poke my head out. I've realized that Buddy and Eddy are not here, so it's not with extreme urgency if I don't hear the screams, but I'm still just a little out of sorts and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and you're just kind of like looking around, and it's deserted in your car.
The whole train car. The hallway is empty. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just go next door and give a knock on the Wagoneer car. Chamber? Wait, what is
the
it called?
The Wagoneer wagon?
The Wagoneer wagon. That's all I could think of. Sleeping.
The room.
The room. Compartment.
Yeah,
compartment.
Yeah,
this is going to be a great show. Okay.
Sam, is that you?
No, it's Lulu. We met earlier.
I'm not supposed to open the door, Lulu.
I just wanted to see if you were okay. I heard something. I'm not sure what. I was gonna go go check out the rest of the car. Is Sam there?
He went out to inspect what was going on. There was a terrible ruckus earlier, and I don't know. He ran off and told us not to open the door.
Okay. Are you okay? You sound...
That's the nice lady out there, isn't it? Yes, honey. Shh.
You sound
we're
a little
fine.
tense.
Thank you for...
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for asking, Lulu, but we'll wait. We're not going to open the door until Sam gets back.
Absolutely. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. I'm going to head on down now unless you need anything.
You be careful. He did take his gun with him. I wouldn't surprise him if you come around any corners too fast.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to head on down the train. And are any of the other compartments that I walk past open? I assume they don't have windows.
Yeah, they don't, since they're sleeping cars. That's the word we were looking for. Or sleeping compartments. And the just folding to my diagram of the train here. Yeah, and so you don't really hear anyone, or you could make a listen roll. Sure, we'll give you that. Maybe there's the opportunity to hear a little something here or there.
Oh, there might be with a 19.
Oh, yeah, there probably is then. So again, you kind of get towards if you're moving forward in the car or further forward in the train, you hear some sniffling sounds like somebody's crying in the last sleeping compartment on the right as you walk up the train.
Okay. Colette wouldn't knock.
Okay.
That's an invasion of privacy. That's just a little weird. She's been hiding for months and she's not going to knock on a stranger's door just because they're crying. But that will certainly pique her interest enough that she would continue on up the train.
Is it really that weird, or is it more weird that you knock on somebody's car while somebody's crying inside? Just saying. Maybe looking at Sam here.
Yeah. Yeah, just randomly try to get the crying person to open their door.
I was
referring to last week.
Your response maybe makes, I get your response. All right. So, okay.
Colette and Sam are different people.
Yes, they are. They are. All right. So what else are you doing, Colette?
Well, so I'm going to continue down the train. At this point, I heard a sound that I wasn't sure was a sound. I have spoken to a rather tense Cheryl and hear a crying woman, and I see no one else. So
okay,
I'd like to go until I find something.
All right. And as you make it into the third car, You see Amanda, and they're seated now on kind of a window bench, like a fold down window bench, in the train, and she's trying to console this what appears to be this blood soaked woman. And with that, we'll cut over to Buddy.
Sorry, blood.
Can I just ask about timeline here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this before or after Sam spoke to Amanda?
This is after.
Okay. But we left them at a gunpoint face off.
No, Sam walked away. Off.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Sam had walked off.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Sorry, you can gaslight the keeper. It's cool.
Yeah, it is unusual. It is unusual for Sam to walk away from something like that, so I can see where you would be confused because it really is out of his nature to do that. So de-escalation is usually not Sam's thing.
I'm trying something new out. I mean, who knows?
All right. Yeah, it might work out.
I heard Amanda refer to her gun as Chekhov, and I was like, that's not a good sign. And I decided to keep on going.
It's going to be fine. Sorry, Michael.
Hey,
Hi.
Buddy, we last left you dropping a match into a vat of alcohol in an ice bucket filled with a leather bag and some books inside, right?
Oh, I pictured the bag as canvas, but that's fine. It's a satchel with the book in it, yes.
Yeah. Hey, I'll go with canvas. I'll give you the canvas.
Okay.
And both books are inside. Is that correct?
I don't remember the other book. If it is, it is. Buddy's not really paying attention to how many books are in there. He just knows that the bad book is in there and that he needs to go away.
Okay. Then I think Buddy needs to make an occult roll.
Oh, that's going to be fine, especially without my normal dice. Maybe I'll actually not fail if I'm using different dice. No, that's got to be a failure. Occult. Let's see. Occult. Oh, God. My occult's an 8. So, yeah, no, that's a fail.
Okay. Well, here, since you at least did this, here's what I'm going to do. Because this was pretty big. You can add 7 points to your occult.
Oh, wow.
For failing this roll.
Okay.
There's a flash of just a poof, right? Like if you're cooking and it all catches on fire and the flames go up, and you see the handle of the strap of the canvas bag start to light, right? It's soaking up some of the alcohol, and everything's starting to burn. Now it's not a vicious burn. We're not talking a bonfire here. So you basically have a flaming bucket right now. A flaming ice bucket filled with your canvas bag and books.
Okay. So if it doesn't look like there is any danger of the surrounding area catching flame, Buddy's going to let it go. Okay. And I am going to look around and see if I can find one of those spritzer dealies that bartenders used to use.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try and find one of those as like a makeshift fire extinguisher in case something does go wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
And then I'll just wait and watch that fucker burn.
Okay. So we're having a little occult book Foster, and
and if I had marshmallows, but. Although Buddy's not really in a marshmallow roasting mood.
No, definitely. Ooh, not in there for
no.
sure.
Oh, God, no. That's true. Just thought of the surroundings. Ugh.
And so you watch as the bag itself kind of melts away, for lack of a better term, right? The cloth of it catches fire. It starts to burn a little more intense, and the alcohol itself is starting to burn off. And there's You get all excited as the pages of a book start to burn away. They catch fire, and the whole thing all of a sudden has this just really nice flame to it, and you can't see the contents. And after it all kind of finishes, you look down, and there's a bunch of ash.
Don't say it, Michael. Don't say it.
There's a bunch of ash inside of the ice bucket, and it seems to be covering the remnants of a book.
God damn it. Is there something there that I can use as a poker? Something in the area that I can...
ice pick, right?
Oh,
It
sure.
should be
Perfect.
nice. Yeah,
Perfect. I'll grab an
yeah.
ice pick and sort of pick around in there and see what's in the bucket.
Right. And so as soon as you do that, you hit a very solid chunk that appears to
God damn it.
be the book.
All right. Well, since I'm holding an ice pick, and I want to pick this book up and see if it's what I think it is and see if it's unburnt, I am going to attempt to stab said book in order to pick it up.
Okay. And you can do that. I'll
Okay.
give you that one.
Okay. So I'm gonna
And
skewer it and pick it up and see what I'm holding here.
And it's essentially, as you're looking, your frustration would become overwhelming because it's covered in ash and it essentially looks completely unharmed, except for the fact that it's now a dusty gray.
I hate this fucking book. Oh dear. Now,
And
yeah.
I'll cut to
Perfect.
Sam on that note.
Thank you.
All right, now Sam's made his way out of that car. I believe that's called like three from the back, and moving his way up progressively. And what would he say in the subsequent car or two?
So people went fleeing kind of in all directions, right? Some of the dining staff went forward. Some of them just ran out as fast as they could. So
Well, I hope it's not all directions, because that'd be off the train. That would not be good.
While
Thank
we're
you.
picking at things, can I just ask? I thought the only thing in front of the dining car was the engine, like the whatever.
No, there was a car where they make food, is what I
Oh,
believe.
right.
The kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
kitchen.
there's a few cars. Nobody explored anything further than that. I just said that there was a kitchen in front of that. All right. And so as you head towards the dining car, you encounter more and more people, right? Some of them are now in the midst of, like, there's clothes being thrown out of rooms, right? People are trying to change. Some people are just trying to get, like, cleaned off and towel some of the grit off. And by grit, I mean body parts or flesh pieces. And
Eddy bits.
Yep.
How many fingers do I see on my way? 10 of them? No. So his name was Eddy. 10 finger.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotcha.
I thank you. So I'm making a mental note of each room where it looks like there's a bit of a kerfuffle with clothes and whatnot, making nicks on the door. So that I sort of keep an idea of which rooms are maybe contaminated or not, and doing my very best to try and avoid touching anything, and using, if I need to, roll my sleeves down, holding my gun up to sort of knock stuff down. I mean, I'm holding it down, if that makes sense. I'm not pointing at anybody, but just trying to not touch anything and avoid, and asking folks as I go, like, what happened.
Yeah, and so as you leave those ricks on the door, people aren't too disconcerted by the gun being wielded in the car because it is pointed down. Some people are taking notice, but I mean, they're just more concerned about what happened. And those people who aren't in the car are like, they're given the, wait, what do you mean? Somebody exploded? Somebody shouted that there was a bomb up there, but right, the train's still rumbling along just at the same way it was. There wasn't anything that threw it off track or anything like that. So there's people questioning that there wasn't any kind of explosion, right? There wasn't, people were scared, might have been scared that it was dynamite, but the people who weren't there, like, there was nothing that affected the train itself.
But the takeaway is that somebody heard a pop or something, like there was some, right, for the folks that were there. Yeah. And as I'm going, I'm trying to ask, I'm saying, please stay in your rooms. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try and find out for the sake of all of us, and, make my way up, and as far as I can go.
Okay. Then I would think you'd probably walk into the dining car as you make your way through these people, as Buddy is standing there holding the book on an ice pick above above the, oh my gosh, ice bucket. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Complicated one.
Yep. Yeah, it's a tough one.
We're all on a roll tonight.
Oh, we are. Sure.
Buddy, what the hell happened? And I mean, I would see this corpse with a burst out belly, and Eddie's face is there, I'm sure, just sort of pale and dour. And I would say, oh no. You know what I think happened? He ruptured.
I gotta get this book.
Buddy.
Oh my god.
Buddy.
It doesn't burn. I can't.
And I'd walk up to Buddy, just gun pointed down in one arm, and on the other arm, I'd reach over to Buddy, presuming I'm not touching any area that's blood covered on his shoulder. And I'd say, but Buddy?
Buddy was outside of the room, remember, when this
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
So
but
Buddy,
okay,
Buddy's
fair.
completely clean.
Yes, I'd be completely
Right.
clean.
Okay, so I'd say, Buddy, it's Sam. Buddy? Hey, Buddy. And I'd start snapping in his face.
Okay, and then we'll cut over to Colette.
So presumably the bloody woman sitting in the hall is the first thing that I've seen that screams, this is not normal.
Right, and Amanda makes eye contact with you. You'd probably notice her derringer laying on the side of the bench next to her as well. I mean, not a big gun, but you'd at least notice there's a pistol drawn and there's blood all over this other woman.
Okay. I will put my hands up just a little bit to symbolize that I am not a threat.
Sam?
And walk and approach them and just say, what happened? Are you both okay?
And Amanda's pretty forthright. There was some sort of commotion up in the dining car, and I'm the fallout's been quite wild. I'm just trying to help this woman here. I don't even know her name, but some sort of death or shooting or something up in the forward dining car.
She's covered in blood. Is she injured? Ma'am, are you hurt?
And she's just pretty much sobbing.
Okay.
And so Amanda replies and says, "No wounds that I can see. She appears to be physically okay."
Then whose blood is it?
I have no idea, but I can tell you that quite a few people ran through here wearing it.
Okay. And you don't know her? You're not friends?
No, I'm traveling here on my own research findings. I don't know this woman at all.
Well, we should. I mean, I could try to help. We should get her into a compartment.
Compartment.
An ice bucket?
Into an ice bucket.
The
Into a
word of the day
compartment.
on Under the Library is compartment. This episode is brought to you by the inability to remember compartment. All right.
I mean, we can't
and-
just leave her sitting covered in blood.
Yeah, and so Amanda kind of
I was just going to say, I would, again, going in slow and carefully, I'll just say to Amanda, I'm going to check her pockets and just see if she has a bag or some. I would love to find a wallet or some form of identification.
Sure. And make a spot hidden.
Okay.
We'll see how well this goes. What could
Yeah.
go wrong?
All right.
Bloody, hysterical.
Yeah, that's a regular success.
Okay. And so she just has a shoulder bag slung
Mhm.
over, and her ticket's kind of easily accessible in there. And her name, it has written on the ticket, is Janet Foundling. And it gives her compartment number as number 54.
Okay. And what numbers are in the car that we're in?
Yeah, and so conveniently enough, it would be the room like right essentially next to y'all.
Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have my phone on. I haven't gotten this many phone calls in a week. And now they're all coming now. So I'll just suggest that maybe we move her into her compartment, and then Amanda, you can be on your way, get back to your life. I
think that sounds like a wonderful idea. And if you can help, we'll just take her in right there. And it's not a sleeper compartment. She must not be going kind of as far as y'all are. And so when you get in, there's 2 benches, right?
Is there anybody else in the compartment?
Not at the moment.
Okay. And we'll just sit her down, I think, if she's willing to sit.
Okay. All right. And do you think we should stay with her, or I have no idea what to do?
Well, I'm going to try to find out what happened.
Be careful. You should know that there's some man running around with a shotgun up there.
Is that why you had your gun out?
Absolutely. He threatened me.
I must admit, the first thing I thought when I saw your gun and her blood was something more dire. But
no.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, this is what I keep from my safe travels. He came over here all agitated and animated, and at first maybe I thought he had caused this, but he was coming from the wrong direction. He was coming from the back of the train.
Well, I am going forward. I'm going to go up and I'll try to figure out what happened. If you want, I could report back to you later. What compartment are you in, Amanda?
Oh, yeah. And she
and I'm so sorry. My name is Colette.
Yeah. And she says, I have a sleeper car in the next train back, so I'm in number 38.
Okay. Well, thanks for your help. I'm going to figure out what's happening here.
Okay. And we'll cut to Buddy and Sam.
Okay.
Buddy,
let's see. It doesn't burn. Sam,
Buddy.
Eddie's dead. I can't talk now, Sam.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay. And if I do this,
I'll grab sheets if there are sheets. I don't know any. I'm presuming in this car, it's a dining car, right?
Mm-hmm.
That there would be like tablecloths.
Yeah, that's a little different than sheets, but okay,
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Bits of fabric.
We're having trouble with words today, huh? All right. Yeah, sure. There's some tablecloths.
Yeah, and I would take them and I would cover Buddy in the remains, and I would Eddie? Try and make.
Buddy's not remains yet.
I'm covering Buddy, so he's going to stand as this little ghost. No, I'm going to cover Eddie and the remains on the ground, so that at least maybe that helps desensitize a little bit the impact of this room. And I'll say, Buddy, I'm going to go to the next car. I need to see what's going on. Is this did he just explode?
Buddy's still doing his thing, and there's actually a
thing
that Buddy would have done at this time.
I'll go right ahead then.
Yep. No. We can just sort of time jump back a little bit, but
okay. Last thing I want to ask you is, did you get anything on you?
He's still just doing his thing. He might kind of wave, give you one of these dismissive waves,
right,
but
I'd give you sort of a look over, but yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have any blood on him. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Visible.
And then I'd try and move to the next car there, keeper.
Well, as you put the tablecloths on Eddy and on the floor, right, they're going to start to absorb some of that and start to stain a little bit. I think that would make sense, but it was also maybe not safe for Scott here, but it was starting to get slick on the floor from everybody running around and everything starting to break down. And so actually by putting the tablecloths down, you've given a little bit more traction so that hopefully we don't have to do some sort of Charlie Chaplin-esque escape scene.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I would try and find flour from this room or from the next room, or salt, and put that down on the ground just to try and help sturdy it up a bit more.
There's probably no kitty litter on board.
And you hear the door open in the back of the dining car where you came from, and there's Colette.
Oh, we went there that quickly, huh? Okay. Well, her eyes are pretty big and she hasn't said anything yet. She's looking around the room and she sees a white, red sheet covered, tablecloth covered body. But she doesn't know that it's Eddy.
So
you would. Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
So I'm just looking at a bloody room, two non-bloodied men, and a white red pile.
And one of them has a shotgun, and one of them has a book on the end of
and he's behind the bar. And actually, do you want me to tell you what Buddy's doing at this point, so that you can see what? Okay, so I would have put the book down in the bar, pulled the ice pick out, opened it like with the ice pick, halfway through, open the book, pick up just a random page, and dip a little bit of the alcohol in a corner of the page, and try to light that. And see if it burns, like an experiment style. I want to know if this thing is just incapable of flame at all.
Okay, on that one, then you need to give me another occult roll.
Okay. And by the way, if there's a push involved in the burning, this isn't the push yet.
Okay. I knew he'd come through for me.
I'm going to throw out these dice. There's a reason that
really
these dice have been... it's not good.
Come on.
It's not good.
Come on now.
Here we go. This is for the video people. There it is.
Right now you're showing me 17.
97.
All right.
Oh, buddy.
That's a 97 on an occult roll with an evil magic book. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. So let me edit what you walk into then, Colette.
Sure.
Oh, dear.
Right. So you've walked in now, and so you see Sam standing there with the gun. You see Eddy you see Buddy doing what he's described. He's standing there, and somehow what he didn't notice is that when he was trying to douse, or maybe in his focus to douse the book with alcohol, he spilled alcohol on his uniform and a little bit on his arm. As he goes to light the book, there's a sudden gust of wind. Inexplicable, actually, and it pushes the flame up his arm and down his suit, and what you walk into was these sheets, and Sam, and now Buddy is on fire.
Oh, shit. Emily, not Colette, but Colette would perhaps say something similar. Run into the room towards Buddy, and sorry, Buddy, I'm going to try to push you over.
Okay, so before you get
Stop, drop, and roll.
Buddy does have a fire putter outer right there that I had already grabbed for the other thing. So presumably it would be, well, it's not a little bottle. It's a, a canister with the thing.
Okay.
As Colette is running, I would grab this thing and try to spray myself.
Okay. And so you're using the spritzer bottle, the fizz bottle. Give me a dex roll on that one.
You know what? Fuck these dice.
Those evil dice. Maybe the book is controlling those dice.
That is definitely right. That is definitely a success. It's a success. Short of a hard success, but.
All right. So what you're able to do then, Buddy, is you spray the front of you, like where the front part is starting to burn, and you're able to get that out. You feel the heat from the flames on your arm though, and you feel the flesh on your arm starting to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Quick NSFS here. Colette, as you're running up, you're gonna get the smell of some cooked flesh, and Sam, you as well. I need both you and Sam to make a this 97 is gonna have it's like a domino effect. I need you and Sam to make sand rolls for the smell of cooked flesh. We all know why for Sam. Oh, look at you, Colette.
I rolled a 5. Colette's doing a lot better now that she's out of town.
Can I borrow your dice?
I failed, not critically, 92, but I was trying to leave, and so my thought was when I opened the door, maybe the gust of wind came in from there. So I don't know how much I'd be smelling this if I'm standing there as much as others, but
you did try to leave, but you got a little ahead of the keeper, and so you got a little further ahead of where you actually were.
And I'm going to lose some sanity.
You're going to lose some sanity here. And Sam, you can start. You want to have a little bit of your moment of.
Oh my god!
Yes.
So I would see you burning, and it would just make me think of Ira, and I would just be like, Ira, no! And I would just run at you, buddy, and I would jump and just try and tackle you.
So we've got both of you running at Buddy at the same time. Colette running to shove him over. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, if I could grab another sheet, I would.
I was going to pull down a curtain. I just didn't get there.
Yeah, something like that.
We're all trying to smother Buddy.
I imagine this is like a Three Stooges level moment where both of us collide at once and the three of us are on the ground, and then the curtains catch fire, and then the train car catches fire.
Okay, can you stop giving him ideas, please?
Sorry.
I just made a new character.
I was about to say, I'm just going to let you take over. Anything else, Rick?
Nope. He's done. Rick's done. Rick's done. Thank you.
If there's something that could explode and then decouple the train, I think that would probably be the cherry on top.
I bet they're cooking with gas.
Oh god,
it's a propane car. The whole car is one big propane tank. All right, so let's get back to a second. Sam, you can lose 3 more sand points because I'm sure you haven't lost enough as it is. And Buddy, you're going to take 2 physical damage points from the searing. Because it's going to be a burn on the arm eventually.
Sure. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is a technical rules question. I was down health, which I think was from that interaction at the service station previously. I think that was the last time I had lost health. I don't know. Is that stay permanent, or do I get a certain amount back after nights of sleep or weeks? Or I know that a few days had passed. I don't know what happened when we time jumped, how far we time jumped, and
did we get did you crack ribs in there? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that was from when Sam pulled me out from under the rubble. There was that, and there was some other moment. I lost total. I am down 5 health.
Okay.
So I'm at like half health.
So them jumping on you with the sheets. You're trying to ask if you lose more health?
No. I'm trying to ask if I would have gained some of those back.
No, I'm just messing
Mr.
with
Horrible
you.
Person Keeper.
I'm just messing with you.
I know.
Yeah, you probably should have. So then with that, just keep it where you're at. And if you'll remind me as we go along, if Buddy lives long enough, then we should give you some back. In fact, probably just give yourself 1 point back at this point, and that'll account for should have lost 2.
Yeah, it's a little more than that, but it's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Right? No. But you wouldn't be at full health anyway from
before. Okay, great.
Yeah, great. So, all right. Okay, so now there's probably a pile of Sam with oh my god, words.
Collette.
Tablecloth on top of Buddy. And Colette, you're just a few moments behind as you were trying to pull off the curtain, but now you already see Sam rolling around on top of Buddy trying to
wanted to keep me out of that pile.
I did.
Okay.
So,
buddy, buddy, are you okay?
Does the flame get put out?
Yeah.
Irish.
It goes
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
I'd
guess
take a
this
quick
was
look
kinda
at your
sad.
arm. Yeah.
Book. What? Let me see the book. Don't touch it. Don't touch the book.
Forget the book.
No,
I'll take a look
don't
at your
forget the book.
arm.
Don't touch it. And I'll sort of let him. I'll try and distract him with my arm while I look to see where the book is.
Okay.
And
I
try
will
and take.
go for the book.
Don't touch it. Don't touch the book. The book killed
Why?
Eddy. The book killed Eddy. Don't touch it.
I'm just nodding because Colette is not actually convinced that the book killed Eddy.
Right.
But
Are
I
you
will
like
not
moving?
touch it.
Okay.
I'm near it. I'm looking at it, but I'm not touching it.
Okay.
I'm respecting your wishes in that sense.
Is it burned
taking
at all?
part of the sheet and wrapping it around Buddy's arm, trying to get like if it's charred or if there's wounds, I just want to put some compress on it.
Yeah. It's not like deeply charred. I'd
Alright.
call it. We'll call it like a 3rd degree.
That's
It's
that's
probably
pretty bad.
That's really
wait,
bad.
That's almost
Keeper.
the worst.
Oh,
Almost the worst.
Other way
Is that the
around.
worst?
Other way
Yeah.
around.
Other way, 1st degree. Yeah, it's
There we
just
go.
like it's very like the fabric's all gone on his suit, and underneath, it's already blistered.
Yeah,
Let's
that'd be
put it-
second
yeah.
degree.
All right, so I'll try and just wrap it and do a little first aid on him as this is going on, this conversation. All right,
Is there any butter nearby you can put on there?
get some butter on it. Put some butter on it.
Little Crisco.
So Colette is still processing the situation, but she looks at Buddy, looks at the book, looks at the pile on the floor. Is that Eddy?
Yeah, that's Eddy. And I'm trying to get up to look at the book. I don't know if Sam is like holding on to me or anything, but I really want to see
At this point, no.
if that corner burned at all.
Yeah. And
Oh, you had asked me, but I didn't know what to answer, Keeper. Did
Yeah.
the corner
I'm
burn at
sorry.
all?
No, but you look at the book and it looks
Yeah.
totally normal to you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's definitely another thing that Buddy's going to do, but I'll let you guys do.
Yeah, so I said, Colette, sounds like Eddy exploded, belly, not his head. Wouldn't touch the blood, might be infected. Buddy was just on fire. I'm going to go see what's going on in the next car.
This might be a good time for Colette to look down at herself and see if she got any of the crying woman's blood on her.
Oh, I forgot because you helped her. Make a
Yeah.
And dug in her pockets.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
the ticket was sticking out. It was sticking out.
I'm
That
just
was the
saying.
keeper.
Yeah.
yeah. Make a dex roll then.
It was sticking
Well,
Well,
out.
that's a 77.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is that? Is that a pass?
Yeah, but there's no way that's a success. It's a 77. I don't think I have
Well-
any stats over 75. Except
as it
for,
should
like-
be. And then here we'll see how much it amounts. Sam, you want to make a spot hidden roll?
Love to. That's a 22 on it meets my hard success.
Okay. And so you would probably look down and Colette, what are you wearing? Tell me so I can. Do you have
I'm
long
just-
sleeves on or?
Remind me what season it is. Oh wait, we're in like
Yeah,
the
it's in
Southwest.
it's in 1942. So
Well, I guess I probably do a light blouse and pants.
Okay.
Lightweight.
Oh, okay. So if but not long sleeve, short sleeve.
Well, that's why I said lightweight. I'll just say long sleeves, but lightweight.
Okay. So Sam, you would look down and you would see on kind of the cuff on Colette's shirt, right? That there's some staining there where she picked up some blood.
I'd say, Colette, it's going to sound a bit odd, but I need you to take your blouse off, or at least that sleeve. Not what you think. I'm going to the next car. I don't want you to get infected. Let me know if you got blood on you. Definitely let me know if you got blood on you. And I'll move to I'll continue my thing.
You'll continue your thing.
My thing
You
on to the
continue-
next car.
You'll continue
Sam's
making it more awkward than it is.
uncomfortable.
I'm telling you to Just take that blast off at shotgun point. Yeah. No, please.
You could have just gone with like tear off the cuff.
I was thinking we could cut off the end of the shirt.
I said take off that sleeve or something. That's fine.
Wow.
Well, if you don't want to damage the blouse, then you got to wash it. I mean, I'm just saying.
If the blouse has an infectious disease, I'll damage the damn blouse.
The blouse is secondary.
I've heard you talk about this enough at this point that if I look down and see the blood, I look around I will tear the cuff right off of my shirt.
Yeah.
We need an awkward
Not
stab.
taking the rest of it off, Sam. Too bad.
Okay.
Buddy, why don't you just tell me as you stand up what you're looking at, and this will close us out for this episode.
Okay. I am going to stand up, go over to the book, ice pick in hand again, close the book,
okay.
Jab the book with the ice pick, pick it up like a popsicle, and start marching toward the front of the train. Toward the engine.
Oh. And on that note, we will close out the episode.
That is going to do it for us tonight. Until next time, you can find us at underthelibrary.com. Don't forget to check out our other show. New episodes coming up soon. It's called Up Your RPG and can be found wherever you get your podcasts. So until next time, for me, for Michael, for Rick, for Emily, and for the absent Wayne and Scott, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.